Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
Party on the city where the heat is on, all night on the beach to the break of dawn. I'm going to Miami. Welcome to, remember Big Willie style? Welcome to the Daily Grind. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, not Will Smith. I don't think he's a Grizzlies fan. I don't know what he's doing. Shout out, Will. Hope you're doing all right. It's Thursday.
Making albums. He's still making albums, actually. he just dropped another album.
Goodness. Let's do it. It's Thursday, and we got no games, but I'm coming in here with, I got Rusty and I got Parrish. How we doing, fellas? We good?
Good, man. Good, man. Great turnout. Of course, I know it's 2 days later, but, man, great turnout Tuesday. Still a little tired from that, but it was fun.
I got in bed at like 9:30 last night, and I didn't get out of bed till 7 this morning. It was glorious. I've never needed sleep like that in my life.
Yes, full recovery mode. Which we're doing it again Friday. We're just gonna jump it, blow it up here first at Ghost River Brewing Company, April 18th. Old Dominic sponsoring us. It's Pitcher Tuesday. Blow it up even more. It's gonna be bigger. There's more. Rusty, what else going on? There's the
the Memphis Showboats are playing at 7. The Grizzlies play at 8:30. The Memphis Showboats, bro. The Snoop Dogg meme. Who? We've got Showboats, got the Grizz. We've got Music Bingo with Cerritos Music Bingo, hosted by our own Anthony Sane from 7 to 9. Karaoke afterwards. We're going to be recording live shows again. Yeah, like you said, if you thought Tuesday was fun, Friday's going to be next level because it's going to be beautiful again. It's going to be packed out.
Can't wait.
Music Bingo's from 7 to 9. Mm-hmm. Okay, I might just have to pull up the game and start to 8:30. I might just have to pull it up.
There you go.
It ain't that far. Let's
go.
Quick. Okay. Say less.
Let's go.
Dude, let's go. And we know who the Grizzlies are going to be playing. That's the one thing that we did. I say there's no games today, but there were games last night. Dallas Mavericks, the 10 seed, they beat the Sacramento Kings, 120-106, and they advanced to the play us. They will play the Grizzlies. I don't know if I'm Dallas. I mean, props on them for trying, but I would just be ready for this season to end if I was Dallas. I get you have to go out there and you don't want to roll over. And I had Sacramento winning this game. I like
not the players. Now
think
about
players.
It.
That's true.
Think about it. Anthony Davis is taking a lot of heat in his trade, so he ain't ready to go. He's about to show out.
Yeah,
so he can prove why the trade was made.
Which he did have the best game. I mean, not the best game as a Mav, but he was the best player they had last night. He was 27 and 9
last night. Yeah, looking more like the AD of old.
How many Klay Thompson ended up with? Because I remember he was like 5 at halftime. Yeah, because he had 16 at halftime. So
yeah, it looked much more like the AD of old. He was moving better. He didn't look like he was quite the same injured AD. A lot more athletic looking last night. I think that AD gives us problems, right? Like we've struggled with AD in the past. But we have AD's kryptonite in one John Conchar, who's pinned him at the rim twice in the playoffs. So
shoot, this Dallas team did look more like I think
Parrish is gone. Listen, the last thing I want is Jitty minutes.
Shout out to GD. Nah, he did good the other night. I want his minutes over Luke and Vince. Like he should have low key finished the game, but
he does winning things in like 6-8 minutes, and that's all you need.
And we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that against Dallas tonight because they looked. Shout out Kenny. They looked more like an actual basketball team.
Y'all, I guess I could break out the life what I said. I remember. I didn't say this out loud anywhere outside of like maybe to Parker at the game. I forgot. Well, I guess when the Grizzlies lost to Golden State at home and they officially fell down to 6 and they were like only a game from falling to the play-in. I said it like to him. I was like, or him or one of the News Channel 3 guys. I was like, yeah, they're going to have a role-playing game and Anthony Davidson coming to Feds Forum and put us out. I didn't say that anywhere until now out loud, anywhere else except like right there at that moment.
I mean,
now we here.
Yeah, now we're here. And if the team that shows up last night, I mean, they had a good game from PJ Washington. They had a good game from Najee Marshall, Dante Exum off the bench. I mean, they last night's team looked more like a basketball team. And if that's the team that shows up and not the team that we beat last week, it's going to be a tougher game. I still think we can beat them, but it's one game. That's what I hate about this damn thing. It's one game. It's like the wild card game in baseball. It's like,
I mean, technically,
you got to go.
for them.
You got to go handle your business. Yeah,
right.
But you got to go handle your business. We're better than this Dallas team. Like, I've seen a lot over the last couple of days about, we need to tank and fail and use our lottery pick and blah blah blah. Like, and then it's going. Those same people that are saying that are going to turn around next year and say, well, the Grizzlies don't have any playoff experience, and so how are we going to win in a playoff? Like, you can't have both, right? And so go out, play. I know we're banged up a little bit. I haven't seen any updates on Ja. That ankle turn didn't look great, but he was able to finish, though slightly hobbled. Go win the game, man. And yeah, it sucks that we'll have to play Oklahoma City, but kooky things happen all the time.
Yeah,
I got something random to say. So last year, I'm not saying the Grizzlies could pull it off. Let's look into the future. Let's say they beat Dallas. Last year, the Phoenix Suns swept the Minnesota Timberwolves in the regular season, and each game was a double-digit win, including the last game in the regular season when they beat them by like 15. They played each other in the playoffs a couple of days later, and Minnesota swept them. So that's all I'm saying. I seen a team get swept in the regular season, they turn around and sweep that same team in playoffs.
That can happen.
That's a good point, man, because I think coming off last season, I think everybody was like, oh, this is a bad matchup. Bad matchup for the Timberwolves. Bad matchup. Phoenix is going to win. They're going to win. They've had their number all season. Then they just come around and bully balled them and swept them. I'd forgotten about that. That's a good. Yeah, you get me excited, Parrish.
Don't give me hope, Parrish. But I've been saying this all season, and my co-host on the 2 Buck Sports Show, Drew, has been saying, that we had the Spurs number back then. We had no shot.
We purposely got to the 8 seed to play the Spurs.
But we had but we were given no shot in the national media. Like we had no shot, just like we have this year. And so it wouldn't be the first time that a Grizzlies 8 seed upset a number 1 seed that's rolling.
Yeah. I'm trying not to look ahead to the next game, but that's me. I'm just like, I'm getting excited about an 8-1 series between us and OKC. I just handle the business tonight, just handle your business tonight. It should be easy.
But tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, tomorrow night, not tonight.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Take it easy. Take it easy tonight.
Rest, recover, hydrate tonight because we need you there Friday night cheering on the Grizzlies. We had a great time, great turnout. Folks stayed till the end of the game. I mean, we had a bar full at the end of the game. Energy was high. Like it was a really fun atmosphere. So come hang with us Friday night.
How was it so I left at halftime. How was it the second half? I'm pretty sure it was turned when they made their comeback.
Yeah, nobody really left. Like there was a few people that left at halftime, but it was still a good majority. Kenny can attest to it. Like we had a big crowd that stayed in the game. We were all out of nobody was sitting in that fourth quarter. Everybody was up cheering, jumping. Like the energy was awesome. Come check it out this Friday night.
Love it. Which I'm going to throw it up there. We're throwing it up there as much as possible today. April 18th, tomorrow night, Ghost River Brewing, Old Dominic.
Yeah. We got a time now. Tip is 8:30. Live show will start about 8. We'll have like a little 45, 30-minute pregame show kind of ramping up to start the game. Parrish was on it last time. We had a good time up on stage talking about the Grizzlies, tomfoolery. You never know who's going to roll out. Y'all come
and everybody booing me, man.
Yeah,
that's because I predicted what actually happened.
You earned it, though. Parrish gonna throw a wet blanket on us talking about Grizzlies are 0-8 in California. Can't beat the Warrior. I'm like, boo this man.
0-9.
Yeah, it was awesome. Al Capone was there, local Memphis rapper, famous for Whoop That Trick, came through. Like we had a crew, man. Rob and Fish were there. Y'all, you never know who's gonna turn up in Memphis, Tennessee, downtown on a Friday night. So come out, hang with us.
Come out. I guess you guys might have these. You might have these playing game.
Why are we talking about this for?
Because I have to. Parrish. The main reason I want to talk about this is who would be a better team? Who do you want to see play Cleveland? That's the only reason I
I'm
have
not
this.
watching this. I'm not watching this.
You're not watching that at all? I just think it would be funny if
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching the series. So
you're not gonna watch it at all.
No,
I
next
would
week.
like to see
I watch the
Miami.
highlights. Yeah, sure.
I don't want to see. I'm not gonna watch their game Friday. I will not be watching Atlanta play Miami. That sounds Atlanta. That sounds awful.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awful. After the way that Trey Young was, after he got ejected, I don't want no part of that game. However, if Miami's able to beat Atlanta, you give me the Heat play Cleveland. I'm just trying to make this interesting.
They walking through them doors, man.
Yeah. Honestly, like you're look. It's a gentleman's sweep at most.
Yep.
I mean, Cleveland's going to just run roughshod over whoever they play. So, congratulations, winner gets to play 4 games before going to Cancun.
It sucks because I actually wanted to see Chicago win. I thought Chicago would have been fun, but like I care so little. I care.
Yeah.
I haven't even said the score. Miami beat Chicago 109-90. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah, as the Eastern Conference, we don't care about.
I got a fun fact. I think I'm pretty sure I know it was going to last year. I don't remember the play-ins from last year. It's like a blur. Going to last year, no 10 seed had ever made it into the playoffs. The 10 seed had maybe won the first game, but they always lost the second game. So this year we got 2 10 seeds. And I believe this is the first time an Eastern Conference 10th seed won their game. I'm just going off the top of my head before last year's play-in. I can't remember anything.
That wouldn't surprise me because I feel like the 10 seed in the Eastern Conference has always been very bad. It's like who? Yeah. They're in the playoffs.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's been
none of them will survive in the Western Conference. What we have to put up with night in and night out. So that 10 seed is completely irrelevant in the Eastern Conference.
You want to talk about back-to-back play-in games where it's just an absolute bummer of a game. The Eastern Conference game, it's like, Jesus, can this thing end? And then we have a decent Western Conference game. Like at least last night. I mean, at least it wasn't.
Listen, our game was a playoff game. Our game was every bit of a playoff game, man. Yeah. If you talking about energy, electricity, the Chase Center was rowdy. Like that was a playoff game.
Yep.
But of course, going to the play-in, everybody was looking forward to Grizzlies and Warriors. I remember watching Cameron Mason podcast, and they said they weren't watching nobody but Grizzlies Warriors.
It was the only play-in game that had postseason. It had an atmosphere. It was
feel and implications, because that one really mattered because you either go, it's a path to Oklahoma City or a path to Houston, and of the two, you obviously want Houston, and so Golden State got the best of us. They get that path. Just going to make us earn our stripes in the playoffs a little more.
I don't remember. I can't take credit for this. I heard it on another pod, but they said the game Tuesday night, both those teams were playing like they thought they could beat Houston. Mm-hmm. Like they thought they had a chance in the first round,
100%.
And they wanted that matchup. They both were playing 100%. Like that, and it's like, well, losers got a much tough path to it.
We hadn't talked about this. We didn't talk about this yesterday, but if we have Brandon Clark, I don't know that game is close. I mean, just with what he could do, his defense, his ability to change basketball games. Like, I hate to be that guy that's like, well, if we had that, but like if Brandon Clark was healthy, I think that's a different ball game the other night.
I think that we, as Grizzlies fans, have done it. I think we're allowed to maybe have that conversation because we have not had that conversation about Brandon Clark. I feel like collectively the Brandon Clark injury has kind of gone by the wayside. I don't think a lot of teams realize, or a lot of people realize how important, outside of the Grizzlies, realized how important he was to this team this year and how much that hurt us, more so than Jalen going down.
We would have had a lot more minutes of Brandon Clark on Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
You'd have had Jalen on Jimmy a little bit more. I think that would have been a lot different. But BC to me was the one. And that's no shade to Jalen, because Jalen's amazing. We absolutely missed his defense. Helping Scotty with Steph would have been awesome. But we truly, like, Brandon Clark was the piece that we were missing Tuesday night.
You don't have to. I mean, if you just have another server, I mean, I don't want to hypotheticals. If you just have another serviceable big, I mean, that just helps. If you just have another body other than Santi, Zach, and Jaren, I mean, you just get another body in there to soak up fouls.
Especially when that body is Brandon Clark and he plays his tail off every night. But anyway.
Yeah, we don't have to. I'm gonna get upset. Parrish, do you have time? You got time to talk about the NBA awards with us, or do you got to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. So let's talk about the awards because this is actually fun stuff. And I wanted to spend a decent amount of cool. We got time. I want to spend like the back half of the show because I was breezing through them. And one, I forgot like half the awards. I was like, I know I'm forgetting some of these, but I just wanted to go through here because it's been, now that the season's over, I think the ballots were due yesterday, 2 days ago, like actual NBA Finals awards ballots were due this week. And so I just thought that would be, I think it's go through, give our opinions. What do we think? Who do we think is going to win? Who do we think should win? Just with all the major awards, because why not? We got nothing else to talk about today. Unless you want to go back and talk about the Heat Bulls game, we can do that some more.
MVP.
MVP. Who do you guys have winning MVP? Who do you think should win MVP?
Potential first round opponent, the starting point guard.
You've got
to remain nameless for me.
Yeah. SGA, he's had an awesome season, but like the only reason Jokic is not going to win it is voter fatigue, because he is having he's averaging a 30-point triple-double. The guy plays basketball using echolocation like a bat. Like, that's the wildest article I've ever read yesterday. Like, that guy, he loves horses, he hates people, and he has echolocation. Like, that guy is a borderline superhero. But the only reason he's not going to get it is voter fatigue. SGA will get it simply because of that. But Jokic is having a phenomenal season.
It's always the case of like, my bad, Luke.
No. I think you might be making the same point.
You remember the year Jokic won, but a lot of people thought Embiid should have won.
Yeah.
And so the next year, technically Jokic probably should have won, but Embiid got it because he probably should have won year before. That's kind of like this year. Last year, SGA probably should have won, but Jokic won. So Jokic had this amazing season, and it's like, okay, we're gonna give it to SGA this year because he probably should have won, and he's having a great year. I mean, he is like he just not doing nothing, but because he probably should have won last year, it's like we got to give it to him this year, just since he upped this game. I think he led the league in scoring, if I ain't mistaken.
Last year, I'm not taking anything away from SGA by that. Jokic is having like a career year, and it's on the heels of his less than MVP. So you're exactly right. They're gonna give it to SGA because of the slight last year. Honestly, either one of them have earned the award this year. So yeah, for sure.
It's so. I mean, you look at he's first. He's like top 3 in rebounds, assists, and points.
Yeah,
and,
Man, I think it's efficiency stat. I'm not a deep numbers guy. We need Sean Coleman for that, but I think his efficiency numbers are like.
It's the best year of his career. Yeah, the best year of his career. Yeah. And anytime he's one of like 4 players who's going to average a triple double for the entire season on the list was like Oscar Robertson. He's a center. That's it, man. And he's like the least athletic athlete there is, right? Like you watch him move and it's just like goofy, like flailing more than anything, kind of like Uncle Buck the other night after a few beers. And but it works. But it works.
Man, they could give it to either one of these dudes, and I would not be surprised. My biggest, if you break it down to which one of these guys is the most valuable player for their team, I think that if you break it down like that, but that's not how we do the award. I think you would have to give it to Jokic because you take SG. I mean,
no.
Because
Chet missed three months. And
I was looking at it this morning.
Chet missed 3 months now. They
looking at the numbers, like the Thunder, but the Thunder are the same team with and without SGA. Their record is almost like their points total. Everything. The only thing, not many, but the only thing that changed, like I'm talking about, like over the course of the season, last couple of seasons, like anytime SGA is in and out of the lineup, whether he's playing or sitting, they're like the numbers don't change except free throw attempts. It's the only thing that changes.
Oh, of course. I mean,
yeah. Surprise.
I was looking at that. I'm glad you said that. I was on
Twitter with Jimmy Butler.
God.
With Jimmy Butler. Before he got there, they didn't get no free throws. Now he there to get free throws.
Yeah, now Steph and Jimmy combined shot more free throws than the entire Grizzlies team the other night. Oh, and the last 2-minute report came out and said that ball did go off Steph Curry, and that hurt my heart. I was just like,
I'll say this: they all kind of canceled out. It was like 2 plays on each side, true. So it canceled out. To be
fair. That last 2-minute report was like, Jesus! It was like, what are we doing?
I was like, it kind of canceled out because it was made up Scottie Pippen to get fouled.
There were parts of that 2-minute report I liked, parts where I was like, So MVP, what's defensive player of the year?
Anybody but Draymond? Is that
Anybody
fair?
but Draymond? I mean, I don't.
I thought Evan. I mean, Evan, I don't know. What
I
he's
think
on.
Evan
Everything-
Mobley.
So
That's-
Mobley is
was,
Mobley is
but
the
then
favorite
Draymond
again now.
Oh, he is now because Draymond
Yeah.
jumped him, but then Dyson
When the-
Daniels is sitting out there in the weeds, and I
Lou
thought,
Dort's
you know,
there, too.
I love
Yeah.
guard to see. I love to see guard win it, but you know,
When the
that's not
books
what happened.
closed, Mobley had become the favorite again. Draymond became the favorite when he said, "Hey, I want to win the defensive player of the year," and the vote it's just
Of
like everybody was like,
course.
"Okay, sure, why not?" And then they came to their senses, and then Mobley was the favorite when the books closed.
I mean, that's fine with me. If I had to power rank, I would I would like Mobley or Lou Dort. I mean, Lou Dort's.
Mhm.
I'm with you, Parrish. I'd like to see a guard get it. It's just to
Yeah,
buck the norm, give it to a guard. I don't know if they'll do it, but
I mean, that's all Dyson Daniels does is cook people defensively. So
yep, he's averaging 3 steals a game.
that's wild.
Yeah, dude,
That's wild.
it's
It's
crazy.
just hard to give it to him. It's just hard to give it to a player who's on the
Yeah.
play-in team. I know
Yeah.
you make the playoffs. Other than
And
something
that's-
problem with him.
Yep.
That's
That's what hurt.
part of what hurt Jaren is our team defense tanked, right? Because like he became the favorite when our team defense was on a decline, and then when everybody realized that, they were like, "Oh, never mind." And then he
I don't want to
didn't play
hear. I don't
great
want to hear
down
about Jared, defensive player of the year no more until he can stay out of foul trouble
the stretch. Mhm.
or
Fair.
guard a person.
Yeah,
Not
guard
be-
somebody
not-
not named Podzimski.
Not get
switched
shitting
off.
on
Not
pods.
get switched off because we're afraid you get in foul trouble. Nah, dog.
And then forcing our 7'4" rookie to guard Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
like
I don't want to. I don't want to
saying,
hear about
and I'm the
no
biggest
more
Jaren
until-
fan. I'm the
Yeah.
biggest Jaren fan on this network, and I was pissed.
Bad
You
look.
got to give him a fleck on that one, dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Pissed.
We
We'll have a whole season that like Drew and I, if you'll watch the 2 Buck Sports Show every year after the Grizzlies season, we do our own version of the exit interviews. I'm gonna purse it because I love Jaren
Can't wait
so
to do
much.
I
Oh, it's
can't wait to do
incredible.
that.
Because I love Jaren so much, I'm gonna be Jaren because I got some thoughts.
Oh, that's
Y'all
Oh,
might,
yeah,
y'all might have me. Man, y'all might have me on that questions because it's a chance. I might
How,
not be able to
yeah.
make
Yeah.
this. I might
Come
not be able
on.
to make it. If they happen to lose tomorrow, I don't see no way I can make exit interviews. If it's Sunday,
Mhm.
I got church. If it's Monday, I got work, and
Yeah.
I got
Mm.
my mother-in-law up from the airport. Yeah, I don't
Well,
know
listen,
any way I'm here to
Come on to the 2 Buck Sports Show. Come hang out with you. Can ask us questions as players because it's a fun episode.
That'd be fun.
That's a good idea. Oh man, what else? So defense player of the year. Who else is there's
I mean, that's it.
That's
six
it.
man of the year?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
six man
well,
of the year.
yeah. What's the next
Pay
award?
Pritchard. Pay Pritchard.
Oh, I want Malik Beasley to get it.
So Beasley
Beasley's
should
good.
either win 6 man of the year or most improved /
Most
comeback.
improved
Like
could be
he could
good.
win one of those because he is
Yeah.
now top 10 all time in 3-point attempts made in an NBA season. Like it is flying under the radar because he's
Wow.
not been good, but he's going to finish like 7th, 8th all time at 3 points made as a 6 man. And so for me, like he needs to win something. Like Peyton Pritchard's probably going to win 6 man of the year. Most
That's
improved
it.
is probably going to be Cade. So maybe comeback player of the year. Although I could make a strong argument for Zubac for most improved as well. I think Malik Beasley
Honestly.
needs some hardware.
So KK really went. So they didn't give who they didn't give most improved player to that year because
Ja.
like you supposed to get you supposed to naturally get progression.
I'll get
It was
comeback.
Polo. When you
Most
talking about
improved.
Bankero when he won it?
When I'm talking about with Desmond Bain didn't get it because they was
Ja
like
got
naturally- Yeah. So I never mind.
Mhm.
So I can't. So K can't. 'Cause I was thinking K was number 1 pick. So why is
Mhm.
he
They gave it to Ja, and Ja
They
gave
it to
his
Ja. He
gave
was
his
number
award to
2.
Dez
Yeah,
because it
okay.
was
So
That's right.
that's
Stupid.
right. So
Never mind.
typically the most improved award is kind of like pre-MVP, right? Like most improved is usually one of those guys that like they're not quite MVP, but they've had a great season. So Ja Morant's won it, Polo's won it. Like these, like some of these players have won it, and it's like, did they really improve that much? But it's like MVP in waiting type award.
which
Yeah.
if that's the way you're doing it, then it does seem like Cade's.
Cade should be
Cade got
because Cade's amazing and he's on the come up, man.
Yep. So it's all I man, if two Pistons players get most improved and 6 man of the year, that'd be wild. After what
Yeah.
Monty Williams did to that team last year.
Yeah. Shout
Coach
out
of
JB.
Shout out JB. Speaking of JB, coach of the year, to me, it's a 2-horse race between Atkinson and JB.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
Atkinson.
Atkinson. I mean, Cleveland shot up to best team. They had like multiple 15-game winning streaks.
Yeah.
That's hard to beat that. I'm sorry.
And they had like multiple 10-game win streaks by double digits. Like they didn't just beat people; they beat them to sleep. And so, like, So like it's Atkinson, and he better give a nod. Like JB, thanks for what you did last year to set me up for success. Great job in Detroit. I'm just going to ride your coattails up.
Shoot. What else? I feel like I'm missing one. Coach of the year. No,
so
I
we
just
did Coach of the Year, 6-man, Rookie of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Like this one's
Stephon Castle.
It's Stephon Castle. He's played great.
Ain't no to it. Jalen Wells didn't do nothing. He struck the whole month of March. That was it.
It should have been Zach Edey, but our former coach was being too petty because in December, the months of November, December, that Zach Edey had,
he was killing
folks, man. And if you give him the chance to continue to develop, it's a completely different team, ball game scenario in the playing game. May not even be in the playing game, but our coach decided to be too petty and not playing. So, like, Taylor Jenkins at least needs to Venmo the Memphis Grizzlies some of his salary for costing Zach Edey the Rookie of the Year.
Just get a little
Venmo. Boop.
Man, that's a good point because you blow out. If Zach Edey has that month blown out over the course of a year, he runs away with this award.
Because I'm convinced, and we can we're diverting. You know, if I'm on the show, we're going down rabbit trails. So we're heading back to the playing game. Come along on the trip on our journey here.
Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls. We're going back to that one.
No,
no, boo this man. Boo. Parrish, I booed Luke, not just you. But if you watch that, like, I think a lot of Edey's confidence issues on offense stem from the fact that he got shut down and benched earlier. Like, if you give him some run, some experience, I think a lot of the mistakes we saw in that Golden State game go away. Because if you watch that game and you thought that Zach Edey was the reason we lost, like, I'm going to boo you. Put your name in the comments because I'll boo you too. Because Zach Edey played well. Yes, there were moments where he brought the ball down instead of going back up with it. He had some butterfingers on a couple passes late in the game. But I think a lot of that confidence, he lost confidence throughout the season, and he didn't get the reps he needed. So, like, Zach Edey had a great season, all things considered. I think Zach Edey is on the come up and would have won Rookie of the Year had our coach not been petty.
Yep. The things that you said, confidence and reps, those things can be fixed real easily. You know, like that's stuff that you can build on that he seems willing to build on. Yeah. I'm excited. I think
this is year 7
when he catches.
That's it. I told somebody the other night at Ghost River, like if I'm Twumas this offseason, I'm putting a trampoline around his midsection to where anytime his arms come down, they go right back up. Boing. Like that he can't help but keep the ball up.
It's so funny.
You're 7 foot forever.
Boing. I want to make
great mental image, right? Just like a little mini trampoline, just knocking the arms back up.
Man, has anyone made that yet? We should make that.
I don't know. I'm stealing. Don't steal my copyright.
Sorry. So what is that all? There's one more.
Yes, and clutch player.
I was gonna say that's
the one. Know who's in the running for
Jalen Brunson. I think. Yeah, it should be John Moran, but I think what I saw yesterday was Jalen Brunson.
He got to play 65 games, so never mind.
That was the last.
Jalen Brunson, did he play 65?
Did he make it?
I'm pulling it up. I had it pulled up on my phone. Let me see if it's still there.
This is the silliest award. Is it going to be DeRozan again?
I mean, that's what I saw last night.
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson is the favorite to win Clutch Player of the Year still.
Okay. Who's in the running for it?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, I got Brunson, Nikola Jokic, Ant, Trae Young, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan. Like, no John Moran. Get out of here, man. I know he didn't play 65 games. He didn't play 65 games.
So
but still.
DeMar DeRozan. We don't have to give that. I don't care about that award. I forgot about this on purpose.
Yeah.
That's just, this is like the most anticlimactic of the awards. It's like, we got all these cool ones that are really easy to give out. And then it's like clutch player. It's like,
best player.
What? Just give it to DeRozan, I guess. I don't know.
Give it to Zubac, you cowards.
Give it to Zubac. Give Zubac all the hardware. That's good. God, I love Zubac. We're gonna have a Zubac show one day.
I mean, yeah, his improvement, especially with the back half of the season, is wild.
I don't know why we ended with Dubach. Tomorrow, come see us, Ghost River Brewing Company, Old Dominic, April 18th. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock or 8:30.
Yeah, we'll get there probably 7:30. The doors open at like 4 on a Friday, so there's gonna be a lot of people hanging out. It's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be a little bit warmer. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a great evening in beautiful downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Come hang out down by the river. It's gonna be awesome. Ghost River beer is gonna be poured. Old Dominic cocktails. Listen, again, I told y'all all week, get the cheese curds. They are.
Yeah.
I also had I had the
good.
Memphis
They were
Buffalo
good. They were really
wings.
good. My wife agreed
Memphis
too.
Buffalo wings were good. And then
The
the
smash burger
bourbons.
was-
Oh yeah,
Smash
smash
burger
burger
was
was
fire.
huge. Yeah, like a pound of
joint
cheese
fire.
on that thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't think
And then
that's a
and
one-time
then-
thing. I can't eat it no more.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
listen, I saw several people order that smash burger and not many finished
Oh.
it because it was massive.
Yeah, I barely
Um,
finished it.
But New Wing Order was making wings. The Memphis Buffalo, it's a combination of Memphis barbecue sauce and buffalo sauce, and it was killer. The bourbon slush, if you know, you know, that thing was awesome. Come hang out. Doors going to open early. We're going to get everything rolling about 7:30. Pregame starts at 8. See y'all Friday night.
Friday night, be there. Come root on the Grizz. Root on the Grizz, cheer on the Grizz. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's going to do it for our show today. We will be back tomorrow to preview the game. We're going to really kind of break into it, like a crack it open, go into it really more, just figure out all the
Yeah.
matchups, all the stuff. That's probably going to be all we talk about tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching today. Have great days today. If we can leave you with anything like we always do, remember these two things, just these two things. Remember to be a little bit weird and remember to smile. Bye, guys. We will see you tomorrow.